As a result, the wings stay straight on the downward stroke and they actually bend a little bit more on the upstroke. And it's a pretty subtle change, but personally I prefer it. And the last thing we're going to do is motorize the model. I designed this motor assembly, and it's a pretty simple 9-to-1 gear reducer that can just slot into the back. And you might be able to figure out how it's built just by looking at it, but if not, I have created a parts list and instructions, which you can find over on my website. So we just need to remove the hand crank assembly. And the axle as well. And this actually needs to be assembled in a pretty particular order. First, we will actually get this short lift arm from the hand crank assembly and slot it into the top of the motor assembly. Then we'll remove this connector and stick it into the base axle hole here. Then we should just be able to slot the motor assembly up into the back. You may have to adjust the position of the wings to make sure that the axle from the motor aligns with that axle connector. And it's pretty much hidden in the back under the tail, which is quite nice. It's a little bit out of the way. And that's about it for this video. I certainly hope LEGO will make more of this style of set in the future. As always, thanks for watching, keep on building, and I'll see you in the next one. Some people have been complaining that these cranks slide off super easily, which they do on mine as well. And it's funny because I just randomly got one of these cranks from my collection, and it has a really strong connection to this axle, super strong friction. And yet these new ones slide super easily. I'm not sure what that's all about. So if this is an issue with yours, you can try and find an older crank to slide on. Or if you want to secure at least one of them, you can actually just replace the axle in the back here with an axle with a stopper on the end. Just pick whichever crank you use the most. You can just actually slide that axle with a stopper all the way through to replace the regular 5-long axle, and now at least that one crank will be held in place securely by the stopper.